Hey y'all, Farmer Dre back at it. We're out here in the high tunnel and we're gonna go ahead and restake our tomatoes. So the last time I showed you guys these plants, they were small, they were tiny. We went ahead and staked them the first time. But ever since then, I mean, we've had a lot of warm nights. The wood stove, we've been loading up full. The night temperature was about 55, 60 degrees. It's been really warm. The tomato plants have really taken off. There is a lot of green tomatoes on here now. And let me go ahead and show you guys one of the biggest green tomatoes that I'm aware of. And it's right here. As you guys can see here, this is a beautiful, beautiful green tomato there. It is growing nicely. So as you can see here, these tomato plants, they're starting to lay over inside the rows there. So I'm gonna go ahead and restake them today. But there's a lot of plants, they already have, set fruit. A lot of the small ones. And just about every tomato plant has set fruit that's already pollinated. Flower there, a lot of fruit, a lot of flowers. It's good news. Just look at this one right here. Just amazing, amazing, amazing. So let's go and check the temperature. So the low for today got down to 65. So it's not too bad, not too bad. So I was just gonna pick up the box of stuff, but I just saw this tomato plant right here. Just look at that cluster of tomatoes right there. They're a little misformed there because of pollination whenever it first was cold in here. But as you guys can see here, they're going nicely. There's some tomatoes set up here as well. So just an amazing, amazing turnout this year. There's one cluster right there, 2, 3 clusters of flowers, 4 right there on that one. So they are growing, growing, growing. So real quick before I get started into staking them, I want to talk a little bit about fertilizing the tomatoes inside the tunnel. As you guys can see here, we got a dosatron, and this is more of the high value fertilizer injectors. Last year I was just using one off of Amazon. It was working great for us, but now I'm using that for the strawberries. And then we had this one, and we had to do some repairs on it, but it works great. So this one pumps in the fertilizer at a much slower rate, so that means you get a more even distribution of fertilizer through the whole entire tunnel. So I've been adding 1 pound of that high potassium fertilizer every week in here, and I've been irrigating twice a week, fertilizing that once a week. And what we're just using is between the Millers, the brand is the Millers or the Master Blend, where I'm swapping back and forth. The Master Blend has it's a 4-15-38, and then the Miller's is a 9-15-30. So every other week I'm adding a little more nitrogen to keep the vegetation nice and growing nicely, just to keep the plants vegetative and green. And then the high potassium so that the plants, they start setting on fruit early on. So this is the setup here. We got the water and the timer right here, and it runs through the fertilizer injector, the filter, the pressure regulator, and then through each individual row here. And tomatoes or any other type of fruit that has open blooms, potassium really helps out and lets them pollinate real fast, and it also gives it that fruit size. So that's why you're seeing a lot of the tomatoes that have set on, they're growing very fast. And that potassium, I'll tell you what, it's just working great. So, but you want to be careful with tomatoes to not put on too much nitrogen. And I know a lot of the blends out there for the home gardeners is like a 20-20, a 20-20-20 with a lot of micronutrients in it. The first time I planted the tomatoes, I used that 20-20 just for the micronutrients, but I only put down 1 pound to the whole high tunnel so that you don't get too much nitrogen to the plants. Because if you put on too much nitrogen and not enough of the other nutrients, then you just get a big old bush of beautiful lush leaves with no fruit on it. And I had a little bit of that problem last year. My tomato plants are about waist high and the fruit wasn't really setting on. So this year I am really hitting on with that potassium and trying to get that fruit size and fruit setting on before the plants get too big, so that by about the first week of May we could go ahead and start picking tomatoes. So just a regular high potassium fertilizer you can find anywhere else, any water soluble fertilizer that works great. And if you guys don't have access to water soluble fertilizer, even a granule fertilizer works great as well. So yep, tomato talk of the week. So let's go ahead and get to work here. I got 7 rows here. Let's see how fast I can get done. Alrighty, so it is currently 6:48 here. I'm gonna go ahead and get started to see how fast I could go ahead and trellis them. Alrighty, so what I'm just using is just the tomato twine and the PVC pipe, and I made a complete video on staking tomatoes, and someone must have took out my PVC pipe, so I'm gonna go ahead and blow the string through here again and put it through there and play some music in my ears and get ready to go. Alrighty, so the time is 7:15. Just can see there. So 25 minutes. Got most of everything done here. Give or take a few minutes by the time I got done stringing this and everything, but you can't beat it. 25 minutes getting done stringing all the tomatoes. There's approximately 400 tomato plants in here, so good stuff. Alrighty, y'all. This is gonna be pretty much it for today. If you guys haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe and go smash that like button if you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to hit that notification icon so you guys can be notified whenever I do upload. I want to say thanks for watching up to this point. You guys have a good day. We will see you next time.